what are things on my bucket list? As far as trans stuff, my bucket list is pretty much complete, which is crazy. I mean, I'm 16, and I'm on T, and I got top surgery and legally changed my name. Different shirt because this is a different time at which I'm making this part of the video, but I just wanted to have a quick little mention right here that everybody's like, that's crazy, like, you're 16, why would you do this, you're so young. I've been transitioning for a lot. I've been out as a trans guy for a lot longer than a lot of the older people who have done these things have been before they got on T and got their surgery. Like, I know a bunch of people who started hormones, within a year of their transition. And yes, I'll admit I was 12, and that would be way too early to do it. But even so, I waited about 4 years before I had any progress with my transition. So I wasn't like a youngster jumping to transition. I'd been waiting a really long time to do it. Whoa, that's insane. And I'm really thankful for having the resources to do that. I'd like to have like a steady relationship with someone at some point. When I grow up, I want to have a house with multiple bathrooms. I'll probably designate one bathroom for my family, and the other bathroom will be mine. Because I have this thing about bathrooms, I really hate sharing bathrooms. Because I've like grown up never having to share a bathroom because we have 2 bathrooms in the house. And it's only 3 people. When we have like a house guest or something and we have to share a bathroom, it always like really stresses me out. I'd like to convince someone to become an atheist. Actually, after my dinner came, the video kind of started sucking, so I'm going to do the rest of my bucket list now. As far as, like, meaningful things for the world, I think I want to play some part in making some sort of very anti-heteronormative TV show or movie, like, where it stars maybe a gay person or a trans person, but there's very little actually about the fact that they're gay or trans in the plot. An example of this would be like Brian and Steve from the Sarah Silverman program. They're a gay couple, but they don't act like super like flamboyant. And also there's relatively little focus on their sexuality in the show. I think if more of that sort of stuff were in the media, it would be very beneficial. And I want to sort of push media forward into doing that. Because I have been noticing there's a huge increase of trans representation in the media. Even for a couple years, like with the L Word and with that kid in Degrassi, with like RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't know if that counts. I've never even seen it. And tons of movies are about trans people, especially foreign films. I think there's like Mavia and Rose, and recently this movie Tomboy came out. It's not really about a trans person, but it's about a very gender variant little child. I am Chaz, and becoming Jazz, and there was that show for a little while that was like Transgeneration. There's now tons of trans representation in the media, both good and bad. Maybe not as much as would be ideal, but I think it's time to maybe be pushing forward in a sense that we're pushing forward towards less representation as just trans people and more representation as people in the world. I want to travel with friends after I graduate high school. My dad did that when he graduated high school. He went with a friend and stayed in hostels and stuff, and he like saved up a bunch of money during high school to do this, but they stayed in hostels and they got different odd jobs in Europe, and I really want to do that the summer after I graduate. I have a friend who also sort of wants to do that, and we've been sort of kind of loosely thinking about doing it, but I want to get serious about it. I want to live here. And finally, I know this is more than 5 things, by the way, but I want a lot for my life, and I don't think it's bad to want a lot for my life as long as it's relatively attainable things. I want to go to a good college, a good liberal arts college, a small liberal arts college, and I want to graduate, and I want to get a PhD. Education-wise, I've been given nothing but good opportunities, and I don't see a reason why I couldn't, shoot for the stars and try to get a doctorate in something. See you next Sunday. Happy New Year, by the way. I feel like I'm ending up on a lot of holidays. I got Christmas, and I'm getting January 1st, so that's New Year's Day. Yeah. You have a good day. All right?